Have you been successful in the RAOA or wholesale business models and are tired of constantly being on the hunt looking for products to sell? Then you are in the right place. It's time to design a lifestyle for you to be your own boss and enjoy everything life has to offer you. Let's get started right now. Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Getting Started with Private Label podcast, episode number 6. Hi, my name is Rob Kryn, and today I'm going to talk about how much money you need when creating a private label product. In general, the more money you have, the more options you have. Conversely, the less money you have, the fewer options you have. While there is no absolute amount that is necessary, let me give you some ballpark figures to set your expectations. I would say that a budget of $5,000 would be considered a minimum to have available. That budget includes the cost of the product, the shipping, and the marketing funds to be able to launch your private label product. Can you do it for less? I have seen some people do it for around $3,000 to $4,000, but those were inexpensive products to manufacture and not very competitive. Now, whether you have enough budget or not, there are things you can do right now. I would suggest researching several different products and estimating the amount of budget you'll need for each product. That way, you'll know how much money you'll need to be able to hit the ground running, whether you have a sufficient budget already today or not. So let's say you did the research and you don't have the budget available right now. What do? Does that mean you should stop and not do anything? Well, you definitely shouldn't actively move forward in getting your product manufactured since you don't have the funds needed. However, I would suggest that you put together a plan right now to start putting money away to fund your private label product. If you have excess cash flow, then set aside a portion of that money to create a fund for launching your product. Another option is to get a loan to fund your product. I normally don't recommend that on your first product. But if you've launched one or more products previously, have been profitable, and know what you're doing, then getting a loan may speed up that process. I'll leave that up to you to make that decision. But at a minimum, put together a plan to put some money aside each month until you have enough to launch your product. So whether you have funds available today or not, you can take action today to get ready to launch your private label product. Today's action steps, if you have enough money, are to make sure you do the proper research and validation for your product and start the process of getting your product manufactured. If you don't have the budget needed to launch a product, what I want you to do is review your current cash flow and figure out how much money you can put aside each month to fund your product. 2 reasons for this. One is you're taking action towards your dream to have a private label product. The second is by putting away money, you build excitement towards creating your own product, but make sure you put away money each month so that you can build momentum. And in a short while, you'll have the budget to fund your private label product. Thank you so much for joining me today in the Getting Started with Private Label podcast. Next week, I can't wait to connect up again as we go through another episode where we will teach you tangible takeaways that you can apply and take action immediately after listening. Thank you again so much for tuning in. We will connect up again real soon. Thanks for listening to the Getting Started with Private Label podcast. Get additional information, trainings, and tools at robkryn.com. That's ROBCHRIN.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next time.